Okay, so I'm going to work 14.6. It's really late, so I think I'm not going to screw around with. I'm not going to do the others. I'll do those tomorrow maybe. We'll get them done eventually. All right, so 14.6. So there's the problem. So there are a couple of ways to solve this. The first way is you just do 6 nodes. So let me look at this. I'm going to slide this back over. Okay, here. All right, now we have this. All right. So now, we can do 8 nodes, and the 8 nodes we can set up. So we'll set up S0, S1, S2, and S3. And this will always remember 0, 0. And then we're also going to set up S4, S5, S6, and S7. So 8 nodes. So this is going to also remember 0, 0, but it's going to remember z equals 1, and this is going to remember z equals 0. This is going to remember 0, 1, and z equals 0, and this is going to remember 0, 1, and z equals 1. This is going to remember 1, 0, and z equals 0, and this is going to remember 1, 0, and z equals 1. And this is going to remember 1, 1, and z equals 0. And this is going to remember 1, 1, and z equals 1. So now all we do is we're just going to start here. If we get a 0, 1, then we're going to go to here on a 0, 1. If we get a 1, 0, we'll go there. And if we get 1, 1, we'll go there, and on a 0, 0, we're going to stay here. All right, now if we have a 0, 1, and we get a 0, 0, then we're always going to go back to here on a 0, 0 and have z equal to 0. If we get a 1, 0, now we're going to go back to, we'll go back to 0, 0. So we're going to go there on a 0, 0. But z is going to equal 1. And then on 1, 1, if we get a 0, 0, then we'll go back to 0, 0 on a 0, 0. But we'll set z equal to 1 because we're going to toggle. So our 3 conditions are 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, and 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, so this would be 0, 0. So this would be 0, 0 followed by 1, 1. Sorry. So this is 0, 0. Well, okay, so if we're here, we have our 1, 1, and then if we get a 0, 0, we're going to go to, let me make sure I can get this high enough. Oh, crap. Golly. Oh, it's so irritating. I don't know why we have such a problem with this. Yeah, and then let's see if we can go up a little higher. Okay, so there are 8 nodes. And now we just have to track to it. So if we're in S3 and Z is 0, then we go to S4 where Z is 1. If we're in 1, 0 and we get 0, 0, we go to 0, 0 where Z is 1. If we're in 1, 0 where Z is 0, we go back to this one. Now, let's see we're in S4. Well, then where do you go with all the rest of these? So if we don't get 0, 0, then if we get 1, 0, we go here. If we get 0, 1, we go here. And if we get and if we get 1, 1, then we would just stay here. All right. Now, if we're in so let's say then now from S4, let's say we get 0, 1, then we would do all the same things. We go here on a 0, 1, we go there on a 1, 0, and we go there on a 1, 1. And then on a 0, 0, then here we would toggle. So we would go over to here on a 0, 0. From S6, we would still go back up to here. From S5, we would go over to here. And then from all the other ones, if we got a so from here, so from here, if we got a 1, 0, we'd go here on a 1, 0, and we'd go here on a 1, 1. All right, so let's do the state table because that's going to make a whole lot more sense. But basically, this is how we do it, and we have to fill in all the other numbers. All right, so let's look for the state table. All right, so our state table. So we're going to have maybe we only have so we're going to have S0, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6, and S7. And then that's our present state. Our next state, we're going to have it for 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. And then our outputs are all going to be associated with the states. So the outputs are going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, so S0. So if we get a 0, 0, we're going to stay in S0. If we get a 0, 1, we're going to go to S1. If we get a 1, 0, we're going to go to S2. If we get a 1, 1, we're going to S3. From S1, if we get a 0, 0, we're going to go back to S0, and our output's still going to be 0. If we get a 0, 1, we'll go to S1. We'll stay there. If we get a 1, 0, we'll go to S2. And if we get a 1, 1, we'll go to S3. Then from S2, where we have 1, 0, if we get a 0, 0, we're going to go to S4, and we'll output a 1. And but on 0, 1, we will go to S1. On 1, 0, we'll stay in S2. On 1, 1, we'll go to S3. Now from S3, if we get a 0, 0, we'll go to S4 and output a 1. And if we get a 1, 1, we'll stay there. But if we get a 1, 0, we'll go to S2. And a 1, 0, 1, we'll go to S1. Now from S4, on a 0, 0, we'll just, on a 0, 0, we'll go back to S0. Because our output will be a 0. If we get a, but otherwise, let's see. Yeah, I think, yeah, the output begins and remains a constant value unless one of the input sequences occurs. Okay, so S4, if we get a 0, 0, that would be 0, 0. So that doesn't really change anything. We'll just stay there. We'll just stay in S4. And then on a 0, 1, we go to S5. And on a S6. And finally S7. Now, from S5, if we get a 0, 0, then we are going back to S0, and we're gonna output a 0, because that's one of our sequences. 0, 1, 0, 0. If we get from S5, if we get any of the other sequences, then we're just going to stay there. So S5 would be 0, 1, so we'll just stay in S5. We just go to S6 or S7 with the current value. If we're in S6 and we get a 0, 0, we are going to go back to S4, because we'll keep the output as a 1, and we'll do S5, S6, S7. And finally in S7, if we get a 0, 0, we're going to toggle. So in that case, we're going to go back to S0. And but if we get a 0, 1, we'll stay in S5. If we get a 1, 0, we'll stay in S6. And if we get a 1, 1, we'll stay in S7. And we won't change the output. All right, so that's the state table. Okay, and for some reason, my face is frozen. But hopefully that all made sense. Why in the heck is my face frozen? That's the craziest thing. Let's do video capture device. See, it's this one. No. Yeah, so let's do properties. This is really crazy. Man. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, that's not it. Where's the camera? I don't know. Oh, I guess, did I kill the camera? No. Okay, so I guess that's this one. It must be this one. No. No, it's that one. Okay. I can't configure video. Okay. Man, I don't know. I give up. Oh, maybe it's... Oh, man, I don't know. Huh. Okay, well, I can't figure out what's going on with my stupid program. But anyway, so hopefully you see the... so let's... Yeah, so you see that. So that's the state table, and I think that's all that's required, is you just have to drive the Moore state table, and then I'll come back and do. We'll come back and look at 9, and I'll do those tomorrow sometime. All right, I'm going to finish this now.